All right, y'all, we're going to take a look at this Boudoir Facebook ad. We're going to diagnose it, see if we believe it has Boudoir low-click syndrome. All right, so BLCS is when the unique CTR all of our Boudoir Facebook ad is under 6%, aka fewer than 6 out of 100 women are clicking somewhere on our Boudoir Facebook ad, which means our ad is entering fewer than 6 out of every 100 women's brains, which means fewer than 6 out of every 100 women that see our ad actually have a non-zero chance of actually buying from us. So we gotta get this unique CTRL number up as high as possible, so we maximize the number of women who actually have a non-zero chance of buying from us. And we got to get above 6%. 6% is literally the minimum. That is the lowest we should ever be. And that's because a unique CTRL under 6% is not normal. It is actually the symptom of a deeper root cause. And that deeper root cause are the 3 pre-click mistakes. Now, this is super common. Unique CTRL under 6% is because everyone I'm seeing is making these same mistakes, but nobody knows that they're making the mistakes. We also know that a Boudoir Facebook advertiser with BLCS is a Boudoir low-click advertiser, BLCA. All right, so overall, we got our universe starting here. A BLCA with BLCS is caused by the 3 pre-click mistakes. Next, we also know that BLCS is treated with Boudoir pre-click optimization, aka Boudoir Pico, and treatment takes about a week. And we know this because we invented it and we've already done it a bunch of times. It's worked every time. And the way treatment works is we duplicate the current Boudoir Facebook ad, and we leave the original and we actually do Boudoir Pico treatment on the duplicated ad, which takes about a week. At the end, we keep whichever one running as the best metrics. Now, once treated with Boudoir Pico, we now have pre-click alignment, PCA. So we get rid of the 3 pre-click mistakes and we achieve PCA pre-click alignment. And pre-click alignment activates Boudoir brain entry boost in our Boudoir Facebook ads. Now, basically, we finally got our unique CTRL above 6%. And a Boudoir Facebook advertiser with Boudoir brain entry boost is a dominant Boudoir advertiser, a DBA. So this is our full universe here. A BLCA with BLCS is caused by the 3 pre-click mistakes. Treated with Boudoir Pico takes about a week. We achieve PCA pre-click alignment, and we become a dominant Boudoir advertiser with Boudoir brain entry boost. So here we go. My residency, first part of it. Go out there in the wild, find a Boudoir Facebook ad, bring it back to the hospital, test it. We found the first one had a unique CTRL of 4.3%. So unique CTRL under 6%. We know that BLCS is present, Boudoir low click syndrome. So took that, treated it with Boudoir Pico, takes about a week, and we got the unique CTRL up to 6.88%. So we found that the original Boudoir Facebook ad was actually wasting 37% of ad spend. And as a result, if they were spending 10 grand a month on the original Boudoir Facebook ad, now they only need to spend $6,300 a month on the new Boudoir Pico treated ad in order to get their ad into the same number of women's brains. And that difference, that delta, $3,700 a month, they no longer have to spend. You can just keep it in the pocket every single month, $3,700, $3,700, $3,700. At the end of 12 months, it's like a 40K kind of phantom bonus, Boudoir Pico bonus, whatever, back in their pocket that they didn't have to do no extra work for. Second part of my residency, found a second Boudoir Facebook ad out in the wild, brought it to the hospital, tested it, found its unique CTRL is 1.39%. So unique CTRL under 6%, we know that BLCS is present, Boudoir low click syndrome. So we got the treatment though. Boudoir Pico takes about a week. And we got the unique CTRL up to 9.13%. So we found out the original Boudoir Facebook ad was wasting 84% of its ad spend. 84%. And as a result, we are actually increasing. Well, that means that if they're spending 10 grand a month on the original Boudoir Facebook ad. Now they only need to spend $1,600 a month on with the Boudoir Pico treated ad to get into the same number of women's brains. So that's $8,400 a month savings. They no longer have to spend. Eliminate that. That was all being wasted back in the boudoir photographer's pocket every single month. And it was like a phantom profit, a boudoir Pico profit. And at the end of 12 months, it's like a 100K bonus back in their pocket that they no longer have to spend. Finally, we got had a patient come through to my hospital, and his unique CTRL is 5.03%. So again, unique CTRL under 6%. BLCS is present. Boudoir low click syndrome. But we know what to do. We got the treatment, Boudoir Pico, takes about a week, and we got the unique CTRL up to 15.35%. So we found out his original Boudoir Facebook ad is wasting 67% of its ad spend. So if you spend 10 grand a month on that original, you now only need to spend $3,300 a month on the new Boudoir Pico treated ad to get it into the same number of women's brains. Now, as a result, the $6,700 a month is literally, back in the boudoir photographer's pocket because they don't have to spend it. Have like a phantom bonus, like a Boudoir Pico bonus. And after 12 months, it's like 80K extra bonus. So after doing this a bunch, we found out the average Boudoir Facebook ad with BLCS is wasting about 50% of its ad spend. And as a result, look at these numbers right here. We got wasting 37%, wasting 84%, wasting 67%. And take the average of these numbers, probably somewhere between 50 to 60%. So wasting about 50% of its ad spend, that means if spending more than 10 grand a month on Boudoir Facebook ads, then they are literally 5K is being wasted every single month. We can eliminate that, eliminate 100% of that. So approximately 5K is being wasted every month. And we can put that back, approximately that amount back in the Boudoir photographer's pocket by having them no longer need to spend it, no longer need to spend that. So it'd be, again, a phantom profit, like a Boudoir Pico profit. And at the end of 12 months, it's like 60K phantom profit, 60K Boudoir Pico profit months. All right, so let's get back to this. So let's see. We got below creative cluster mistake. The false belief that causes us to make this mistake is following what Facebook tells us to fill out when we're creating a Boudoir Facebook ad. But this actually causes more women to scroll on by, which Facebook likes, because then Facebook can serve more ads per unit time and make more money per unit time. But for us, waste more money per unit time, so we're earning less money per unit time. So this will pull our unique CTRL down under 6%. It will and contribute to us having BLCS. Next, look at the creative, the photo. Yeah, we got the looks like an ad mistake here. False belief that causes us to make this mistake is we believe our Boudoir Facebook ads should look like ads because we see other Facebook ads, they look like ads. We see other Boudoir Facebook ads, they look like ads. So if everyone's doing that, everyone can't be wrong, can they? Well, every Boudoir Facebook ad I've seen, 100% of them have had BLCS, aka Boudoir low click syndrome. So we actually want to get this up as high as possible. So this contributes to BLCS. Now, gonna go look at the See More headline here. It's the last place a mistake can occur. See More headline, first 2 3/4 lines, Facebook newsfeed mobile. This is the only thing that can be seen on the newsfeed. Everything after it is ... See More on the quarter line on line 3, or it's hidden below that. So, boudoir session giveaway, transforming confidence with a free boudoir session from California's own Allison. All right, yeah, we got, yeah, we only got 1 point of context here. So, let's see. Actually, 2 points of context. So, yeah, this is the lack of context mistake. The false belief that caused us to make this mistake is we believe we've provided enough context, or we don't feel we need to provide any more. And the consequence is way more women scrolling by our boudoir Facebook ads than necessary. And when that happens, we are being dragged towards BLCS, aka boudoir low click syndrome. Our unique CTRL is being pulled down under 6%. So looking at this, do I believe this boudoir Facebook ad has a unique CTRL under 6% and therefore has BLCS, aka boudoir low click syndrome? My diagnosis is yes. I do believe it does have boudoir low click syndrome. So if you're a boudoir Facebook advertiser spending more than 10 grand a month on boudoir Facebook ads, and you decide, all right, I've optimized every other part of my business, I gotta pull some more profit out of this because there's inflation, prices going up everywhere, more boudoir photographers entering the market. I need to find some way to optimize the business, get more profit out of the business, stop wasting all my money. And you want to, I would say, save or eliminate, approximately 5 grand a month in boudoir Facebook ad costs. Literally just save that, approximately 60K in the next year, and still get all of the our ad into the same number of women's brains because we'd be running the boudoir Pico treated ad. So if you want all that and get you on your way to become a #1 boudoir photographer in your city, then shoot me a DM. Well, my DM's open. So when I'm actually doing intake for new patients, because right now my DMs are closed, but I will be doing intake for new patients